So basically, moving on to 2A Procast. What is it and what does it do?
2A Pro Cast or the 2A Pro course?
Oh, sorry, the 2A Pro course.
Okay.
I have it written
I was
down
like,
wrong.
that's our podcast.
So
We just talk shit.
when I first got started on my journey so here's the purpose of this 2A Pro course. It was something that I wish I had when I started. I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have anybody to show me how to manufacture. I didn't have anybody to show me how to source products, how to do my taxes, how to establish an LLC, how to build a website, how to rank a website, how to market, advertise, anything. I had no idea what I was doing, as most people do when they first start a business. So when it got to the point where I felt like really what was happening was other people were coming to me and asking me, hey, how did you do it? Can you help me with things? And then I helped them with them, and then they were successful. I was like, wow, the things that I'm teaching them and helping them with are genuinely making an impact on their own business and their own life. So because of that, I decided to consolidate the knowledge that I have learned over the last 10 years into a course, but it is more of a community in which me and the entire team at Tacticon are inside of the community. Both our engineer catting out designs for individuals who are trying to make their own products. We allow them to leverage our manufacturing if they need something in smaller quantities and they don't have the money to hit the MOQs. I also show them how to run a 2A Pro. I show them how to run SEO, search engine optimization on their websites. We deliver a fully built templated website out to them if they don't know how to use it or where to get started. And I would say the biggest benefit of the 2A Pro course is legitimately how to avoid all the pitfalls. I've made some very expensive mistakes that cost me several months, if not years, and hundreds of thousands of dollars. Mistakes like getting the wrong payment processors in place, not going through the proper legal protocols of doing A, B, or C, right? And the point of the course is to streamline and straight line them into a position where they can be making money and making a product and building a business and building a brand as quickly as they possibly can. It is something that I wish I had without having to go down the rabbit hole of YouTube videos, for several years, and read all the books, right? What I'm trying to do is disseminate information in a streamlined fashion, of which any other educational institution would. Now, I'm not calling myself an educational institution, but it's more of a mentorship, giving people advice, showing them the way, helping them out, and leveraging everything that we have here at Tacticon, all of our assets, all of them. If somebody wants to manufacture with us, through us, that's fine. If they need leads on my suppliers, we give them to them. If they want advice on same questions that you were asking, how do you QC? What QC agencies do you use? These are all the questions that we answer in the course. So instead of them having to trip, fall, and find out the hard way, we do it for them in real time alongside them. That is the point of the course. And one thing that you read that I think you misread when you first started reading the email in your last live stream was the 10K in 10 days. So I would be happy to explain that because I'm sure you have questions on that. It's putting a deposit on some inventory, taking the inventory to a gun show, selling the inventory, because on average, at bare minimum, taking inventory to a gun show, you can make at least $1,000 per day. That's a weekend. You're gonna have to work 5 shows to get there.
Oh, yeah.
But my first gun show, I made $19,000. Go ahead.
I just got a couple questions. So let's walk through this page that I pulled up. This is the 2A Pro Enroll page. This is linked underneath most, if not all, of your videos. I don't want to say all, but at least the few that I checked. And it has this countdown: 3 hours, 21 minutes, and 1 second. Well, it's counting down, right? So 3 hours, and then 50% off ends. Is that real?
Is that real?
Is that real?
Those numbers change depending on how many students I have in the course. And if they haven't changed, it's because I haven't updated it. And it is also marketing strategy. It creates urgency. Advertising and marketing, you create urgency to purchase.
So because it's essentially not real, because I took a screenshot this morning, 5 hours ago when I woke up, and it just resets from 3 hours and 25 minutes every time you click on it. So it's not real. It's always 50% off, but it's a marketing thing, right? You pretend you're giving them more value.
Let me reply to you right now. It is not always 50% off. I have a threshold of students that I'm able to keep in the course. The threshold of students allows me to properly help them because there is a very active mentorship inside of the course. I can only handle so many students. My staff can only handle so many students at the same time. So what I do is I thoroughly go through the course. If people are inactive and they are not doing anything, then what I do is I will keep the course open. And it is without fail that people will enroll in the course and be inactive. If I reach out to them and I say, hey, why aren't you doing anything with this? Why aren't you, are you busy? Are you ready to start now? Are you not starting? I see you've only logged in 2 times. You haven't taken any of the modules. A lot of them say, yep, life got in the way. I'll be back later. Don't know when I'm going to be back. Or yes, I plan on doing this in 6 months. Then I will allow more people into the course so that we could properly service them. That is the entire point of us doing that.
The urgency, though, is manufactured.
The
Right.
urgency in that respect is manufactured because it is a marketing truth that if you create urgency, it will improve demand.
So
you know this.
It's the same thing when you leave something in your Optics Planet cart, they send you a discount code.
Absolutely. But this is like telling you if you don't get it in the next 3 hours, like next 3 hours, it's going to double in price.
No.
And
So
I mean, we're
here's the
about
thing.
a couple of bucks or like a 5% discount code that Optics Planet might send you in an email. We're talking about what appears to be $800 off of your Pro Elite and $400 off of your course and community. But that
when the course hits a critical
minds, when they look at that, they're like, oh, dude, I can barely. And again, you say it yourself, you focus on people who don't have a lot of money to begin with. So if they're already struggling, it's like, well, I got to get it now because if it goes up to $800 or if it goes up to $1,776 base number, but I'm not going to be able to afford that later on. I agree that this works, but what I also say is that it seems pretty scummy. Right? We agree that this marketing tactic works. You yourself say it works. I believe you that it works. It just seems a little scummy.
Okay. So let me tell you the reason why, because I can't relay all this information on the sales page. When the students in the course, when the quantity of students in the course and from which I am able to help hit a critical mass, and then I have to bring on more people into the operation to be able to help them. Also, when I start adding more value inside of the course and adding more modules inside of the course, at that point in time, the answer is absolutely yes. Now, yes, the price will go up. That is a guarantee the price will go up. Is it going to be is it going to be in 3 hours from now? Probably not. The reason why is because it could, if I log into the course and enough people have signed up and I hit a critical mass to where I need to start hiring more people and my expenses go up, then the price will go up because that is how businesses work. When your expenses go up and the infrastructure increases, then the prices will go up.
You do not have to do this.
I could very well explain all that in a giant paragraph, right? And then have nobody fucking read it.
You got a lot of time.
I have a lot of time.
We've been going for over an hour already. I think you guys have an hour and 15 before you got a hard out. So you got a lot of time.
Okay. Let me tell you about my time. I'm a husband. I have 3 kids. I run a $20 million a year company, and I'm trying to help students in the 2A Pro course. The last thing I have to do is time. The last thing that I have is time. What I did was I made time, and I made time at the sacrifice of other things that I had to do so that I could get on here and defend the brand and the mission in which we stand by, the brand and the mission in which you are trying to tear down for God knows what fucking reason. I have no idea what you're trying to do, but it doesn't appear as if it is real. The thing that you're doing seems just as scummy as of the things that you're accusing me of doing, because what I am actually doing is helping people. Let me ask you a question. How many people do you genuinely help? How much money does your business make? How long have you been in business, and what kind of revenue are you doing? What kind of employees? How many Americans are you employing?
This show employs 3 people. My business provides for myself, my wife, my 2 kids, soon to be 3 kids. My wife is 39 weeks pregnant. So also, I buy nearly $100,000 worth of product, which I know to you guys who it's all about money, but I only buy American products. So I support tens, hundreds of other American businesses, American people with families as well, that, as you say, are struggling in this economy. My money does not go overseas to fund the CCP, to fund the Chinese government, or even like NAR. I'll throw them under the bus. Doesn't go to fund the German people or their government either, right? So is this all
that is a lie. That is a bold-faced lie that you do not buy only American companies' products.
For my business, it's just American.
Don't you sell HoloSun on your website?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, you are correct. That is wrong. I do sell optics. Optics are manufactured in China. My uppers is like 99% of my business. So you are right. 1%, maybe up to 5%, depending on what I'm doing, is optics, which are manufactured overseas. That is a fair point.
Can I throw something into this because I feel like we're a little off subject. We were talking about the 2A Pro course and the benefits that come with it, and I'm reading a lot of the comments where people are calling it like a pyramid scheme and other things like that. And I feel like it's
1 hour later.
a pyramid scheme if we continue
Now,
going after
can
this, like,
I ask
integrity
you
is
to
just cheap.
define a
Cheap.
pyramid scheme for me? Because you called
I have never said the word pyramid scheme. That is getting thrown around in the chat, not by me.
it was on your last live stream.
Yeah,
You
it's so
you guys literally called it a pyramid scheme. Like your exact
If we
words.
did,
were a
that seems
pyramid
like
scheme.
the wrong terminology for this. This is just like what would you call it? A mentor relationship. Basically, you pay $800 one time plus $20 a month, and you get to be in this mentorship program. And it gets some of the things listed down here. Now, going over some of
Yeah,
these,
you get a website. You
Which
get
is like
you get a
thousands of
you get a
dollars worth.
domain. You get access to my entire team. Do you
How much
you
does it cost to build a website?
are you
man?
are you familiar with?
about $99 to build a Square or a Wix website.
I didn't ask you that. I asked you to define a pyramid scheme and why the hell you called it that.
If I did, again, I think that is the wrong terminology for what you're doing here. Like I said, you're offering more of a mentorship program and access to a lot of stuff. Now, I wanted to go over some of the stuff that you guys offer. So you mentioned something interesting earlier, the earn 10K in 10 days guaranteed. So you buy some product and then you make some money off it. Where do they buy that product from?
They put a deposit on product at cost inside of the course, which we have it listed in the course. Then what they do is they take it to a gun show, and I walk them through the process of taking it to of applying to the gun show, getting link them in with the payment processor so that they can get their Clover, everything that comes along with it, from the tablecloths to the displays, and then walk them through exactly how to sell it. That allows them to generate the revenue that very, very quickly will allow them to start producing their own products. You know, after starting your business, that even $5,000 to $7,000 that you mentioned earlier is not a lot of money. So it takes money to make money. How do they get started if they don't have a whole lot of it?
Yeah.
Well, they put a deposit on the inventory. Now, when they go to the show and they sell as much as they possibly can, then they can turn around and send the inventory back, and I will inventory the inventory that they sent back, and I will refund them whatever they didn't sell. So the process of that
So
allows
be
them
clear,
to
they
put a
buy
deposit, go
from
sell
you.
it, return it, and get all of the money back for anything that they didn't sell. And let me tell you that there has only been maybe one partial return in the entire course to date. The only other ones have been exchanges because they saw that their demographic wasn't liking certain things and wanted other things. And so tell me how we've had people put deposits on hundreds of orders and then not return them if it wasn't actually doing them a favor and they went and signed up for the next show to go make more money.
Right. So my question was pretty simple. It was just about who do they put a deposit down on the product from? Is it your own product?
It's ours.
So they pay into the course, they put a deposit on your product to go make
At
some
cost.
more money off of it. Correct?
That is
cost,
that
and
is
you pay out of pocket for
absolutely
shipping.
correct. And then whatever they don't sell. Now that is only like phase
Can I
one, so that
interject really quick?
it's phase one so that they can get some money in their bank so that they can actually move forward with building products and building a brand, which we show them how to do. And so do you, I'm going to ask you a question. I mean, it's a general question. It's not meant to bait you on anything. If the answer is no, the answer is no. Do you ever plan on making your own stuff someday? Possibly making your own firearms, your own uppers, whatever it may be.
In theory, if the business gets to that point, I think that is an option that I would look at some point in the future. It is possible.
Well, if that's the case, then you should join the 2A Pro course. Just kidding. But if that genuinely is the case, then what you're doing right now is reviewing other products so that you can earn affiliate commission on them, so that you could hopefully put enough money in your bank one day so that you can get into the manufacturing of your own.
I don't have any affiliates with any manufacturers. That is a personal choice that I made to cancel all affiliates with all manufacturers of products.
You were an affiliate with us as of 2 months ago on AvantLink.
It's canceled. You can go on there. 2 months ago after
Oh,
the
I
PSA
did.
thing, I canceled all of them. No, I can bring it up on stream if you would like.
No, I believe that you did it because I saw that you had canceled ours, and I know that